This is my school, as you see. The name of it is Malcolm X Academy. Hunters Point, Harbor Road. This is my cousin, Adrian Bryant. 2 words I could use to describe him is exotic and funny. One reason he's funny, because he just makes up funny jokes out of the blue. And he's very milk. And he's very active. Very active. This is my cousin Renell. 2 words I can describe Renell. Hey, same things, but more smarter than me. Not really.
Kids here are, beautiful. They're little children. There's lots of smiles, right? So you see that, and that's really nice. But then if you read their journals and you hear about probably every child has been touched with either incarceration, death by violence, death by asthma, death by, it's there. When they talk about my uncle died today, my cousin died today, they're not talking about someone 60 years old. They're talking about someone about 22 years old. And you hear it all the time.
This problem up here on this hill, we need some healing, because there's a lot of wonderful potential. We don't know who's got a discovery for something up here. Somebody might be an answer for finding some wonderful things to heal sicknesses and illnesses and invent things. We don't know what's up on this hill laying dormant.
How can we challenge this neighborhood?
How can you challenge this neighborhood? Like in what way? What kind of challenge you're talking about?
Like challenge them to do better.
That's a good question. How can we challenge the neighborhood to do better? Help me out here. How can we challenge the neighborhood to do better? How? That's a good one.
Hunters Point is very dangerous.
Dangerous?
Yeah, sometimes dangerous. But then we can make it a better community by becoming different people for how our area is. It doesn't matter how your area is. It just matters how you think and learn. And making right decisions.
What would those right decisions be?
Trying to
helping each other. You are saying
trying to become something better. And trying to fulfill your dream.
Best. And not just stand on the block every day. Go to school, get a good job, stay that way.
What kind of challenges do you think you're going to face when you're older?
Seeing if I can get a good job.
And what would be a good job?
I don't know.
A massage therapist.
What?
A massage therapist.
All right.
Because I used to watch off of TV at Brahman College, and I could really massage people's backs. And I told my grandma that I wanted to be a massage therapist, and she said, "You go, girl."
I did say that. I did say that.
They should learn how to be kind and be a leader instead of a follower.
Why is that important?
Because you don't want to follow people into the wrong things, and you want to have a lot of knowledge so you can get a job, live how you want to live.
I want to see where you thought you were with respecting people and your self-control today. Respecting people and self-control today. Honesty, just be honest. Your teamwork, how well you worked as a team. And your leadership. How are you as a leader today?
It's like when you have a problem. To me, that's what it means, but to others, I don't know what it means to others. To me, that's what conflict means. When you have another problem with another person or your friend or your family, I think that's what it means.
So I think I want them to learn to make less violence. Cause when kids do violence, they Like, when they see adults doing violence, they're gonna do the same thing. Because look, it's like monkey see, monkey do. The older person does something, so the littler kids are gonna do the same thing. They're gonna become gangsters, drop out like before middle school, high school, drop out in the middle of the year, and then start doing crazy stuff like breaking into people's house, stealing from people, and make that unfair, bad example for people.
When you have a fight with the boy and then they just don't care, they just start pushing you, and you get mad, right? And then you just push them back, and then they start everything with the fight. That's what boys do.
When somebody disrespects me, Mom, tell them don't do nothing, just walk away and don't talk to them. Anyway, and it's a lie there. Don't pick me up.
Do you think that's good advice?
Yep. Maybe. For some people.
How do you think that kids should deal with conflict?
Just walked away from it.
And how do you think adults should deal with conflict?
Inhale and exhale. Just take a few breathers.
Do you think adults and kids do that?
Sometimes. I don't care about this. Go. Inhale coming. Alright.
Is there any time when that doesn't work?
Yep.
When?
All the time at school. Put their hands on you. It's not a good thing to put your hands on nobody. Even if they do something to you. Yeah! You can't stop.
People talk about us like we're bad kids, but when they come to our school, they'll realize that we're good kids.
I always try to ask people if they have interest in tutoring because it's make it or break it for the kids at this point.
So what does the school need more of?
Tutors. I mean, I've got kids right now that we have a half-hour reading program, and if someone read with them or listened to them read and encouraged them, like 2 days a week, they would probably pick the reading up on the other 3 days on their own. But with right now I have about 2 people for every group of 20, and they don't get enough attention.
The world is not just meant for just one king. We're all kings of the world. And I would love for these children to know that they are kings and queens, and the world has so much to offer, and that they'll get what they want out of it. I think that it would be wonderful just to sit down and have talks with the kids sometime, just about life, someone to come in and tell the kids that it hasn't always been easy for me. I didn't always know what I know. It can't be said enough at this school because of this area here. We've been written off, and these kids need to know your address does not define your future and where you're going to go and what your limits are. You can gain so much just because you do come from this area.
Friendship! What do you like about Malcolm X?
The kids. That's what I like. The kids.
What are the good things about Malcolm X?
The children. I like the children. And I also like the teachers.
I like doing my homework and doing my work at very best time. And I like to go play and drink water, go to the girls' bathroom. And I like to jump rope. Malcolm X Academy. I love everything in Malcolm X Academy.